Hi, my love and light crew. I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. If this is your orientation, you'll quickly catch on. I trust that. At this point, there's no bullshitting. Okay? We don't carry anybody else's baggage, and we hope to eliminate or reduce that which is our own. And that's part of the journey of life, discernment within our own personal trials. So today, I didn't think I was going to do a reading, but I think I'm called to. Even though I might swamp you guys, you don't have to sit on every reading, though every reading is of value. So all the bullshitters must leave. There's no place for you here. Okay? The focus is not you today. So angels of light and love, I welcome you in. I welcome you in. Come through. To direct and protect these messages. My chakras, my auras, my space, and that of your families. Yes. So, what must we convey here? There's a lot going on. Okay? Part of the journey is also not, part of those burdens, is releasing those constructs, the expectations, and just flowing through it. You're always going to have your takeaways. So it was very positive and productive with our precursor read. And give me a second. So, progress is progress. Can't knock that. But I did notice continued hostilities. So, the intent of this reading is to address those hostilities, because those that are progressed beyond my ex, they are very well aware of what's right and what's wrong, like the ethical standings. So I want to know, when people cross my path, what the outcome is, what the forecast is, especially if they progress that kind of energy, because they're doing a disservice to the overall collective. So, it looks like, give me a second. It looks like, with those continued hostilities and how, below the belt, my ex's, lawyer was approaching topics, knowing the factual information, and, I know that she has a client, right? But, at a certain point, if you're fighting dirty, you're not really about your role has become obsoleted within its divinity. Do you see what I'm saying? That the passion that's fueled behind it is not of intrinsic value. It's to maintain that paycheck. So if you have loose morals, whether or not you're on a 9-to-5, you have loose morals. So you're basically whoring yourself out, selling out, in order to, call it a day. And while, I have the impression that my ex's lawyer will also get a taste and a viewing of my workings here. In fact, I know that my ex is stalking me and trying to manipulate things through what I'm conveying. So being so, this is probably likely the reading that he's going to expose to her, because it'll ignite some kind of personal investment of offense, fueled by offense, to this case. And Spirit says, that's okay. What shall happen? That's part of, that's one reality, okay? Speaking down to it. But, I have faith in humanity. I have faith in my work. And I'm going to call out certain things. Okay, so if she's ethically following her role, even though she's learned, even though she's accomplished certain feats in order to get where she is, it doesn't completely entitle one to just do whatever, just jimmy up a strategy just so that you get your winning. The Spirit is saying, the winning is really in the ethics of it, representing a judicious seating that you're blessed with, regardless of, where your intelligence brought you to. This is where it all stands. This is where your life flashes before you, and it shows you the decisions that you've made and the impact that you've had on others and their roles and that of their lineage. So, okay. Now understanding that, I decided to use Liberty Tarot, because this gives me the essence of justice. Spirit has told me what my role is within its divine power. So we're going to get some answers here. Okay, we're going to see whether she's going to follow the right-hand path, what that outcome is, or the left-hand path. Are you okay with that, Spirit? Let me just are you okay with it? Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Mother the hell out of it. Or mother the heavens out of it. But Queen of Pentacles is, she's the best mother of all queens, which specifically is the key factor to becoming an empress. That's the most important quarter section that designates the empress and her creative abilities and problem solving, being solutions oriented. The candle just went out. How suspicious is that? So let's go ahead and get this together. Give me a second. So whether or not she believes in all of this, she is going to become a believer. Because I believe in my abilities. I've seen it. People who are well practiced, decades beyond me, following within their practiced lineage, that they've inherited their place actively, knowingly, they understand my power. So I want her to see that and be aware at this point what that means for her, because this is no ordinary case. And so let's go ahead and see what happens, regardless of whether or not, Spirit is commending this plan. Don't accept whatever anybody is feeding you. Okay, you're an equal provider, regardless of whatever your paycheck shows, whatever your contributions show. Because the picture that they're painting implies that I'm incompetent. And I have been working since age 16. When I was first legally able to. I have worked a tremendous amount. I've fulfilled quite a bit of jobs, and my loyalty and belief in companies range from 5 to 8 years, and that's when I learned you don't have to be strung along. You don't have to accept whatever story that they're delivering to you, because you can see it in real life. How do you part of the validating factors of why I'm so good at what I do is being able to detail and discern the heck out of everything. Because there's been a lot of deceit in previous realms that I've been devoted to. So the repetition in that, I would be an idiot to not see shit for what it is and progress in that same state. That's complacency with disturbance, So anyway, Spirit. Okay. let's get an idea of left-hand path versus right-hand path, okay? So for left-hand path, we're going to use the rosemary leaves because this person is going to need some protection given the karma that's going to reach them for bullshitting their way and impacting both myself and my kids' lives. That's an unethical path, okay? If you're not sure, okay? So, to represent the right-hand path, we're going to use the California redwood seeds, okay? We're going to use that because this is amplified growth. This is like potions of blessings to come, okay? Because they're doing what's right. All right, so right-hand path, Spirit. Okay, let's get this straight. Okay. I'm going to release any expectations. You're going to tell me exactly what's up, Spirit, okay? Okay? Because my intentions are pure. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm a pushover or, what do you call it? A doormat. No. I'm well learned too. So. Let me see here. Let's go with the left-hand path first, okay? Or even if the cards drop in a specific location, okay? That's going to signify what it applies to, okay? Because that's what I'm used to. No interference or immediate karma comes through. Amplified. There's no bullshitting here. There's no acceptance for that, okay? So, and so it is. What else do we want to say? We're going to invite our star families of light and love, our ancestors of light and love, the ascended masters of the like, elders of the like, spirit guides of the like, higher selves of the like, inner children of the like, because the inner children need to speak up since there are children involved. Okay? Elementals of the like. Okay. Let's start with the left-hand path. If my ex's lawyer proceeds in the left-hand path of going about things, what does that mean for them? What does that mean for her? 5 of Wands. It's a fight that you can't clock out of. You see that? It's glorified because it's something that you just have to accept. When I realize that people are currently getting their karma that have mishandled me, that have manipulated me in its most magnified, amplified form, that I didn't have to carry through with any spell work or any kind of potions, any kind of things that are considered ridiculous to the public eye. Okay? I just had to be notified that it was happening. And all I had to do was just, my sign off was, and so it is. They brought that upon themselves. So what were we saying about this? I recognize, this is something that I had to revisit that I haven't posted yet, was that, what is it, 5 of Wands? It was something to the effect of, somebody doesn't want me to remember this, so like, you know, you see, like, this is me. That's my North Node in Leo. Like, I'm seeing all of this. Like, there's a dividing line between both of us. And this is like a spiritual asterisk of 5 of Wands is conflict. And this is, basically the lawyer here, right? Having to weigh the seat of justice, the messaging between, black and white. But, like, they have to deal with this. They have to maneuver through it. What else? But, like, a tidal wave is coming through right behind me. You know? So, these tools that are meant, these resources that are meant to be something to reconfigure, to figure out as far as a winning strategy, that's going to soon be wiped out. There's that part where it's like the divine is saying, like, I dare you. I dare you. Because not only is this is like a blessing in disguise. What you've got already is a blessing in disguise. And you're soon to lose out on that. Like, it's going to be like you lost your marbles and marvels anyway. Like the divine is going to recognize how you dealt with this. But it's going to come out like a tidal wave, and you're going to lose your marbles. That's what's going to happen. Like, these things that you thought you could, like, figure out, you're going to invest a lot more time into that. And this is a depiction. Oh, that's what okay. I kept forgetting what that was, but now I remember. Thank you, angels. Thank you, team. My besties from beyond. But this, I recognized as, not, I didn't have to always say, like, and so it is, but I was told, specifically told, that no wards, no protection can guard against what's coming to them, should they persist. You see that tidal wave? It's on the brink. So there's that. Okay. They can already recognize it because they're well versed enough. She's well versed enough to be able to, like, see certain things. But I can tell that she's not as well versed when it comes to foreseeing in a way that I can. Like, the spiritual factor within her, based on how volatile her responses were, shows a lack of connectivity. Like, she might have the know-how on certain things, but when it comes to certain details like this, there's no avoiding the factual statements between spiritual and, scientific or logical. Like, you can't dispose of this evidence. Okay, so anything else? Angels of light and love, spirit, what else? Like, feel free to correct me or soften anything. Like, but I'm reading what I'm reading on the left-hand path for her. 9 of Swords pronounced, emphasized. Yeah, the work that she's going to have to do is going to involve an undoing. Like, when I say, like, there are no words that are going to protect this person from the karma that's due to her, following that left-hand path, she can't clock out. She might be good about the discipline of, like, clocking out as needed. In fact, she might be even working on that because it's such a demanding role, especially within the what has been depicted as a result of COVID. People, like, spending more time with each other and realizing, like, the conflicts. There's no, it's work that demands and commands attention. Okay, so continued on that 9 of Swords pronounced. That's saying, like, there's going to be a lot of lost sleep over this. Like, you can say goodbye to your vacations, okay? Because this is a card that, like, I can't misinterpret this, especially if it's accentuated. These things are going to keep her up. Having to really look at things, even if she's exposed to this, it's going to give her a lot of things to think about, because she's going to see things unfold within its reality. Like, it's good. Like, I've seen how things like had a domino effect. So let me see if there's anything else to say about this. I'll wait for the next card, Spirit. Left-hand path. Like, I don't need to wish darkness upon her. This is factual. This is, the patterns will depict this. And that's why Rosemary, you know, is part of the, like, that's basically a prayer within its most grounded aspect. Because it's... The abundance is protection, not actual